Hi, I'm Marcus Antebi, and today my subject is to talk about nutrition from a layman's perspective. I'm a layman. I don't have any PhDs or plaques or diplomas. I know that's really important because all the people with plaques and diplomas have been liberating people's minds and freeing them from the mistakes they've been making throughout their life and throughout the centuries. So, although I don't qualify as an expert, I might have some expert things to say. You can decide. I'm talking to my engineer, Brian, over here, who always asks me very simple but smart and to the point questions.
Hi,
He said,
everybody.
"What am I supposed to eat?" And so the best way for me to answer you, Brian, is to say, pause. Don't think that thought. Don't say, "What am I supposed to eat?" Because that's going to take you a long time to figure out all the variables. What I would concentrate first on is what are you supposed to eliminate from your diet? That's really the sleight of hand. It's not about adding more good things to your diet. It's about getting rid of your dietary mistakes. That's a philosophy that was taught to me by my food mentor, the great Fred Bishi. He's a wonderful person, has a great personal story and background with food. At the current moment that I'm recording this, the man's 90 years old, and he's been 100% raw vegan for over 50 years. And 12 of those years, I have been watching him and have been communicating with him on a weekly basis about things that I learn about food. And, all the books that I read on nutrition over the years, I find it very interesting that very few, and a lot of them are great books. I mean, they have good knowledge in them. I find it interesting, though, that for simplicity's sake, the first 2 pages of the book, after the foreword, should say eliminate processed food. They don't get to that point. They start going into very detailed explanations about chemistry, biology, anatomy, sociology, all these different points. And a lot of books that are great spend a lot of time telling you how great they are, about how much they know. And that's why a lot of these books are very thick and they're inaccessible to the people who need them the most, the laymen, the people that are not experts, who are beginning their journey or trying to continue on their education. So it's been very helpful for me with Juice Press to break it down to a customer in a much simpler format. Instead of me telling them eat a head of lettuce, romaine, and some blueberries, giving them some kind of a menu, I tell them, well, let's look at what you're eating, which needs to be eliminated from your diet, and let's follow that for a while. And what you get when you tell a person to eliminate dietary mistakes, very quickly people feel better. They feel positive results in their chemistry. Whether it's an inflammatory pain that they have, when they change a lot of their diet habits and they switch to a low inflammation diet, they feel the results very quickly. Certainly, if a person is having problems with sleep or mood disorders, a lot of times by eliminating certain foods, they feel better right away. So that's really the key. And I'm going to talk more about that on my channel about eliminating processed food. I think it's a very in-depth subject. One of the subjects that I'm going to cover next is the psychological component of food addiction and why that leads us to crave those type of foods and go towards those type of foods. Please subscribe to my videos. Give me some love if you can. I don't know. It seems to be like a necessary thing. If you don't, you don't. I don't care that much. But I'll see you in the next episode.